welcome to Healthy Cooking and Shopping for Life. In this segment, we will be making a carrot cake made easy by Mrs. Sylvia Bennett, who is an expert in making these carrot cakes. She's been doing it for her family for many years. My name is Elada Gordon, and I will be here talking to her how she makes her recipes and providing some substitutions to the recipe.
Okay.
So Miss Sylvia, what are the ingredients for this cake?
All right, we have 8 ingredients that we put into this cake. We have our dry ingredients are the cinnamon, baking soda, salt, and we mix those all together. And then after we put them into this bowl, so that even though we'll be mixing them with the electric mixer, we like to start off having this,
well mixed together.
Well mixed together.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yes, that's
very
it.
good.
Exactly.
Very good. Very good.
So that looks like. Does that look like to you?
That
I
looks
have
like it's
it?
mixed.
Okay.
Like it's mixed.
All right. And for our next ingredients, we use oil. This morning we're using
olive oil.
Olive oil.
Right.
There are different types, as long as it's a vegetable oil,
right,
that they can be used. But this morning we're using.
We're trying for the first time olive oil.
Yes.
A healthy monounsaturated oil.
That's right. Back in the day when I first started making this, we weren't using the olive oil like we do now, and but olive oil is the thing now.
It's a healthy one, right?
And the oil that we've just put in, it was a cup and a half.
Yes.
A cup and a half.
Cup and a half.
All right. Well, let me get ready to get our mixer going.
And then we're adding?
Yes. We're adding.
So you can use either a canola oil, you can use vegetable oil. So today we're using olive oil.
Yes.
And we're mixing the sugar in.
Yes.
Which, awesome. And if someone does not want to use sugar, they can also use Splenda.
Yes.
If they want.
Thank you for that. That's right.
They can use a little bit of honey, but honey, if you use honey, you have to decrease the amount of liquid.
Yes.
Of the honey. All right. Also, you can use applesauce in the cake if you don't want to use oil. If it's applesauce, you use a 1/4 cup for every egg.
It's so nice having these substitutions.
It's wonderful, right? Make the carrot cake healthy.
Make it healthy,
right?
And according to one's dietary needs.
That's right. That's true. You can also use egg whites. You know,
that's right.
2 egg whites makes an egg.
All right.
So basically, if you're using 4, if it calls for 4 eggs, you can use 8 eggs for the egg whites.
All right.
Oh, that looks well, nicely mixed.
All right. Okay, now we're going to add. I'll be adding the eggs. Yes, please. 4 eggs, and one at a time. I don't put them all in at one time. I like to try and get these mixed up real well.
Okay.
And, then I'll break the other 2.
Oh, that looking good. You see the green tint of the olive oil?
Yes, I noticed that.
That's good olive oil.
Yes, it is.
I hold this way.
Thank you. I'm going to kick it up just a little bit and get this mixed well.
You know, Miss Bennett, in our days we didn't have no mixer. We did it by hand.
That's right.
And that was my job when I was growing up. When my mother and I baked, that was my job. So that's why I have good muscles in my hand.
Well, believe me, that's the way I first started making
Is it? All right.
With the good old muscle.
There you go.
This is mixing up. It mixes quick and easy, and
oh, it looks nice.
All right, we're going to get ready to start with our dry ingredients, and which we had stated, we've already mixed our cinnamon and salt and baking soda in.
Looks nice and creamy. And you know, we're using all-purpose flour today, which we can actually use whole wheat flour.
That's right.
Or you can use cake flour if you want.
Exactly.
Right?
Right. You know, there are options with cooking. It's not so that we can't vary. And I like the idea too of what I happen to have in the house at the time of.
Would you like me to hold this? Yes.
Yes, please. Thank you. I don't have my little cup. Oh, here's my little cup. This is what I was looking for.
Okay.
Thank you. And
So even though this is a cake, this cake is very high in vitamin A
oh,
because of the carrots.
All
So it's a
right.
healthy cake. Now,
right.
even though it's a healthy cake, we can't eat the entire cake, right?
that's right. And I was wondering, Aleda, are you going to give them a breakdown as
Yes,
to
I will do how much
All
calories.
right.
Oh, yes. As soon as we get this cake cut up and ready
All
to
right.
eat, we'll tell them how much calories is it.
All right.
Oh, that is looking good. Look at that. Whoa, that's all right.
You notice how I'm sort of deliberate in putting my flour, my dry ingredients in. Don't want to over.
Smell the cinnamon there.
Can you smell that? Doesn't that smell lovely? And then the rest of it you can probably dump in for me. You can dump it in here for me, Anthony. Thank you. All right, so all of our dry is in, and we'll get this mixed up well. And so much easier having an electric mixer.
Oh, yes, I remember those days.
All right, I'm just about ready to put in our carrots.
Let me get the carrots for you.
All right. And in cake baking, one of the important things, don't be concerned for this type of cake for over mixing. You can't over mix it. So, all right, now if you'd like to just, you can just, whatever way you'd like. I have a fork or a cup, whichever one you'd like to use.
And let's slowly put it in.
Yes, please.
All right.
Okay.
All that nice fiber from the carrots.
It makes, I know it makes me feel a little better when I'm eating a dessert like this, when I know that there's some nutritional value
Yes,
in
there
it.
is.
But it's not all
that's
empty
right.
calories.
That's right. You are right. You are right.
You know, because we're all very conscious and aware. We like to be aware of what we're putting into our bodies
That's
and
true.
how often.
That's true.
And it's not something that we do on a daily or weekly basis. So when you eat this, eat it and enjoy it.
Enjoy. That's right.
Moderation. in all
Moderation is
things.
a wonderful word.
And did I mention that our oven is set at 350?
Yes, 350, and we're going to bake it for 45
For
minutes.
45 minutes, yes.
Yes. And this recipe actually serves 8 individuals. However, we can cut it into smaller pieces, so it'll be less calories.
Yes, That is something that many times we're concerned about.
Right, 'cause sometimes we eat too much.
That's right. That's right.
We love desserts. We love desserts.
We love desserts.
Oh, this is looking good, Miss Sylvia. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that lovely?
Yes. All right, let's get the pan.
All right. Now, as we've completed our mixing, we're going to put this into our 13 by 9 pan, and then we're going to be ready to put it into the oven.
One of the first things we need to do with the pan, we oil it and then we flour it
Yes,
before we put the mixture in it.
that way. And that flour in it is so important.
Yes, it
But
is.
you know,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It helps the cake when you
When you
turn it out.
take it out, it
That's
just
right.
comes out very nicely.
Now look how lovely that looks.
Yeah. Ooh.
Doesn't that look gorgeous? Thank you for helping me with that. And you can just see the cinnamon and all the good stuff in it.
Mm-hmm. The carrots right there.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
And boy, we try to scrape this. I scrape it and try to get the very.
Yes. Don't leave nothing.
Don't leave anything in.
You know, growing up as a kids, Mom used to leave us a little scrap in the bowl, right?
I did that for my 3 sons.
All right.
Yeah, Mom
And we used to
always
fight.
has
We used to fight for that, boy.
And who's going to get the spatula? Because
Yes, yes.
sometimes more on the spatula. So, do I have it? I have most of it.
Most of it.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Wonderful,
Okay.
wonderful, wonderful.
And then we just sort of spread it out to make sure that it's evenly distributed.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to put this.
So this goes in the oven.
It's going to go in the oven, in our 350 oven, for 45 minutes. Thank you.
And ta-da! We got a final product.
After the 45 minutes, final product. And that's it. And we'll be slicing this later on. And
So we're gonna slice it right now.
we're going to slice it
So
right now.
this is the final
Okay.
product. So as you can see, the recipe states for 8 individuals, but for 8 individuals, that's 719 calories per piece.
That's a lot.
So it's a lot. So we can cut it even smaller. We can even cut it into 16 pieces. And if you cut it into 16 pieces, each person will get a slice for that is 360 calories, which is reasonable.
It's reasonable.
Reasonable.
Right. That really isn't.
Yes.
That really isn't.
So
bad.
let's cut into this wonderful carrot cake today.
All right.
We're gonna try it. And I have some plates. See, we can cut it even smaller.
Yes.
Like about
absolutely.
this size.
That's right.
And this will be less
Because someone
calories.
can always have another piece of cake. And,
Right.
And many times for
We need to share.
different reasons, people don't want a large.
That's true.
portion,
That's
you
true.
know.
That's true. So here you go.
Thank you.
And we don't have forks,
All right.
but that's okay. Who eats dessert with forks? Bon appetit. That is so good. This
And
is
we
wonderful.
don't feel guilty about
No,
eating it since we
no.
have the nice fresh carrots
We
to put in
did.
there.
That's right. How the carrots, carrots has fiber. It has the vitamin A. It has potassium. It has some folate also in it. So it has a lot of good vitamins. So it's very good. Well, as you can see, this 8-ingredient carrot cake is wonderful, and we'll provide you a recipe so you can try it too.
Thank you, and I thank our dietitian for bringing all of that information to us.